a rifle, shotgun, and four-wheel drive. Got a little fender bender a few weeks ago. Hit a gal in a Toyota Highlander. She stopped real quick in front of me, tried to avoid it. Ended up taking out her tail light. Did more damage to her car than this poor Jeep. Just hit the fender, hit the light. Obviously the fender's loose. Kind of pulled a lot of this off. So what it did do is it broke the underneath fender support. This is what goes under that fender. It's a Sahara, so it's a painted fender. It's not the plastic fenders. No, it's probably plastic, just painted. So this is what goes underneath it. I did get some new LED lights off of Amazon. I put that one in, it just pops right in. This will actually go underneath the fender, and then it kind of slides on, it kind of bolts. You see where all the bolt holes are. I'll have to take all those out. This is the center support for the fender underneath that will be bolted to it that kind of holds this on. Pretty flimsy. I mean, I guess they're meant to come off pretty easy and not tear up your body. But I got this, I think, Parts Geek. Pretty cheap. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, pull this fender off. I did get a fender kit with more than I need. All the little bolts and tabs you're going to use to put this back on, the ones that go against the body. Because once you pull those off, you're probably going to break them all. Then some of the push pins that are going to go in there, they're new, like these. And then you've got a couple of these guys, the straight pins that I just yanked them. You're just going to yank them out or drill them out, and they'll be up in the front. And you'll see them, not too bad. There's one actually right here that I busted off as part of it. So you're going to need that. You're going to need some fender tools. They're plastic. I keep them in a little kit. This is my son's pen and pencil kit from school. But you're going to need a bunch of different plastic body tools to pop some of that stuff off. And these are great to have. You have a metal one, some plastic ones. You can see I use them for other than this, but they work great. And they're good for any car, especially if you're going to take door panels off, any of these little push pins off under the hood, anything you're going to replace. These are great to have. You can get longer ones, bigger ones, whatever, but they're put on to come off easy. These are the fender pieces. They're flat. They're actually going to go on the fender and then pop in. And I'm pretty sure we're going to struggle with that one when that comes down to it. So let's get to getting 10mm socket wrench for the bolts under here to relieve this pan that's under here that's kind of holding on to the fender. Then we'll just yank the whole fender off. So let's see what we can do. Not sure how many of these are on here. Kind of loosened these up the other day, so it makes it a little bit easier. Sorry for the Indy 500 going by. I'm on a cul-de-sac next to a busy street. I guess everybody's out today since it's a beautiful day out here in California. Since the rain stopped. We haven't been getting hit like some of you people back east, but we've been getting rain more than we're used to. And they don't know how to drive out here. I'm from Texas, so I know how to drive in rain and snow and sleet and ice storms and things like that. I do off-road, so that helps. When it snows out here, it's a blast. We have a heavier snow out here. It's not a light snow. It's very heavy. It's not like Colorado or some of the other places. Up north, Northern California, it's a little bit better. But down here, south of LA, the snow's a little wetter, a little heavier. Takes a little bit different style. See if I got all these things on. I got one. Where are you? You're not a 10. You're a 10. I should have brought my toolkit out here. just take all these nuts out. Look like that, 10 millimeter. You're running. Oh, here we go. Well, there's a way. The fender skirt's already out. I took that out a while back. After the accident was kind of flopping, so I just pulled that thing out. But it just pops out. A little extra bolt I had in there to hold the fender on. Let's see. That was easy. Just whacking that. Toyota. Hands close to that. There you go. Pop right off. You can see where it sheared this part off where I hit where that fender comes around. That popped it right off. Looks like I missed a bolt. Looks like that was an extra bolt I had in there to hold the fender on. Lost a bolt at some point. That's how easy they come off. If you ever want to change fenders, there's your support. I went four-wheeling out in Anza-Borrego not too long ago where the dust is from. So you have these pieces on here. That's what these little suckers are good for. Get them up underneath and just pop them right off. Dang. Easier said than done. There you go. Now we're going to get serious. Put the metal one on there. Pop it off. All those pieces, we'll throw those in the trash. One on the fender looks like it broke. Fender's not too worse for wear. There's a little crease right here where it bent this in, and plastic's kind of peeled up where I hit their tail light. So I'll probably have to heat that up and try and pull that down and then smooth that over, maybe touch that up. It's a 2008 Jeep Wrangler. I didn't want to get it all nice and pretty, because then it would look off. So I'll go ahead and, since you've got it here, you might as well clean all this stuff up, make it look pretty before you put it back on, get all the dirt off. I like the Meguiar's cleaner wax. It's always done real good, especially for heavy stuff like this. We'll do a good job of getting that off. I hear the Indy 500 behind me. Everybody's going somewhere today. Does a real good job of getting all this stuff on. It cleans and it waxes, so that's a plus. Almost out. That's all right. There's like a little rust there. This Jeep is actually from New Jersey. That's why you see the rust on the frame and stuff. Not too bad. I think it left before it got totally rusted out, but I don't know how those vehicles survive back there. They probably rust out before they wear out. Get this on there. Frame as well here, right? It's actually a pretty nice day out here. It's been cold, got a cold snap. I guess you guys sent it back to us. Looks like tar underneath there. It's all clean, doesn't have to be perfect. This piece will actually sit on top of here and underneath. It's got your bolts, holes you can see, and then the fender's going to sit on top of this, and then it's going to bolt to the fender. Kind of sits back like that, and then all bolts in. These tabs come underneath here. You got two supports. Hold that back, and it's really pretty simple. So let's see. Pop this off. I do have one tab here that busted off that other support. I'll have to get out. Let's see if I can get her out. That's one of those straight pin ones I showed you. It'll go in. All else fails, cutters. It kind of mushrooms out underneath. So we're gonna just pop that thing off. I'm just gonna pop it off. When you push it through, it mushrooms, so it pulls back, so it makes it impossible to come off. So they're one use. That's all they are. Since I'm wiping stuff down, we'll do the inside of the fender here on the edge, but never gets any love. This is pretty easy. This is on all Jeeps. You can look online and see a lot of people doing them, popping them off, walking you through them. It's not meant to be that hard. It's pretty easy. For me, I can see like where there's some rust spots down in here. You can check underneath, see what's going on. Check your manifolds, make sure those are good. They're not. Bolts aren't broken. Looks pretty good. Frame looks good. So, outlets. Let's get this thing ready to pop back on. Get your little kit here. These things will just push pins. You can use those for under the hood, anywhere. They go up under the fender too. These basically just slide on, flip on. That's all that holds your fender on to the side of this thing. It's always good to get new ones. Good to have them. This is a kit off Amazon for both right and left, so I only have to do one fender, so I only need it for one side, but I'll have spares in case something like this happens again, or four-wheeling and rip it off on a tree. You know, just the usual silly things we do when we're off-road, not paying attention. Told to go left and we go right. Told to go right and we go left. Just pop right on. It's amazing being a mechanic for so many years, how simple they make these things sometimes and how hard they make them. Especially like mechanical stuff, hard to get to. You're trying to figure out what engineer decided to put things certain places that make absolutely no sense. That are great when they're on a rack, but once you get them in a vehicle, it's a nightmare to get them back. Why don't you want to go in there? There we go. You just got them across the sides. This front one takes a bolt. You just pin on. Let's see. And you've got a top one on here that holds your plate right here. This piece slides in here. Obviously it gets a lot of dirt. Doesn't matter because it's going to get dirty again anyway. And just slide in like that. And your fender's going to go in these holes around it. This first one will line up here, up under here. So let's see if I want to put that on first and try and snap this fender on around it. Let's see. Guess I could put this in first. That'll raise there. I guess I can just put it all on at once. Get your holes to line up. Your brackets. And these are just going to be push pins like these. You can use these to start. Another push pin was a straight pin on the front. These might be these push pins that come in. They're not lining up, so I want to make sure I don't put anything permanent in there yet. Make sure this piece lines up pretty good. Got your light in there, looks pretty good, nice and snug. It's going to be the push pin. It's going to go in there to hold that in. Which is going to be your straight pin like this. It'll just basically push in. I don't like that. It's meant to pull back. I don't like a rivet. It's like a plastic rivet. I'll take one of these to see. I'm going to use that plastic rivet once I get it on. Just go on the body. These will snap on. Got there. These just kind of rest. Let's see what we're gonna do. Huh. That was pretty easy. And then we can just start putting these screws back in. Underneath the frame, it runs underneath. It's got a few extra holes. I think it's for different model Jeeps, different year Jeeps. It lines up pretty good, so I can't complain. Except for this one. Let's see. Being a little difficult. tight now. It's on there real good. These other bolts are going to be for your skirt that comes up underneath. Little tab here. Let's see. Pull this thing out. Don't need that. This is the bulb that's in there. It's a little pull-out bulb. If you ever need to replace the bulb, they're very tiny. I use these on my whip, on my dune buggy a lot, on my dirt bikes, as a whip light. But small, push in, they just pull out of this. This will just hook into the back of this, and this is what connects up underneath. It's easier just to take them out of the way and get them over with. And they just clip in. And you have a little clip here that'll pop in somewhere to keep it from dragging on your fender. And it's up under the fender. Just pushes in up under the front here, and then just pops in the back. That's it. There you go. That's how to put on a fender. I'll do this stuff on another video maybe. If you guys want to see that, let me know how I fix this. I usually heat it up and get this down, sand it, and touch it up. But as far as that goes, that's it for this side. I will probably have to take the fender off on the other side to get this light in. At least not the support, but the outside fender. I might have to pop it loose to pull it farther enough out to pop out the old light and pop the new one in. Because there's really no room behind this fender once you get this in. So this piece has to pop out. So maybe I did good getting that other set of pins for the other side to pull that out. Because once you pull out all the pins that hold it to the side, the only thing that's really holding are a couple bolts, actually. And then you just pop those out and pull those out. So there you go. Thanks for watching. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. And hopefully some more videos to come. I did some fishing ones. Had the ATVs out. I'll be throwing a couple of those on. Just going down some dirt roads out in the desert. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and happy off-roading.